definitely going to make this big. We are definitely going to make this big. Red is the color of it is not going to be. At Anfield, we are going to lift. At Anfield, we are going to lift. Let me just share those Tiki Piki links. Yes, we are live over here, boys. We are live over here. Oh my goodness. So many watch alongs we are having, and the season is going to end. But red is the color, and is that going to prevail or not? That is the aspect to watch for. That is the big aspect to watch for. Are we going to make that today at Anfield or not? It is going to be a big question. There is a poll also open for those chat which has been pinned. It is Liverpool versus Tottenham in the Premier League, and it is Nottingham Forest and Manchester City that is going to be in the FA Cup. But what is that going to be? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. This watch along is all about Liverpool and Tottenham and the likes of Nottingham Forest, Santo versus Manchester City, Pep Guardiola. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching, can Liverpool win the EPL today at Anfield? Yes, it is the you will never walk alone, or it is going to be a no. Give your votes on that poll. And will City get past Manchester City will get past Nottingham Forest today in the FA Cup? Guardiola's men, are they going to do that or not? It is also the big question. Give me some sort of moment so that I can share those Tiki Piki links. The watch along is over here. The red is the color. We are going to make that, my boys. We are going to make that big. We are going to definitely make it big. The lineups are also there, but there is some sort of disappointment for these lineups. We'll be making the predictions. Still 15 minutes to go for this game. Still 15 minutes for Liverpool and Tottenham to begin. I mean, in the previous two fixtures in the AFL, it was the Hotspurs who has got that one win, and it was that a big win for us at Anfield. And now again, Postecoglou and his man, will they be able to get past us? That is the big question. That is definitely the big question. Are we going to make that or not? Today at Anfield, we are going to clinch the table. We are going to clinch the numbers. That is going to be a big one. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned. Can Liverpool win the Premier League today at Anfield and big those 20th Premier League glory at home, and that too at the Anfield? Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes and give me those little bit of time for sharing those Tiki Piki links. We started this stream a bit late, but no ways, we are on time and we will have the watch along. And what a night the previous one was. Real Madrid losing to Barcelona in those big Copa del Rey clashes. That was also a big one. But today it is Liverpool and Tottenham in the Premier League, and it is the likes of Forest against Manchester City in the FA Cup. Nottingham Forest, and it is the likes of Man City. Premier League clashes and FA Cup clashes, both of the watch along we are having simultaneously over here, and are we going to make that or not is the big question. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on those poll section. Can Manchester City get past Nottingham Forest today in the FA Cup? And can Liverpool get the glory for the 20th time at home? This is going to be the big question. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes. We are waiting for those votes and we will be making those predictions as well. We will be making those predictions as well. Are we going to make that big or not? Because the lineups are here and look at that. It is Arne Slot picking Allison on those goalkeeping aspects. Van Dijk and Konate, the two tall giants on the centre backs. Robertson, but Tasamikas not on the left backs. It is Arnold who has been picked. Arnold, is he going to Real Madrid? But Real Madrid with this form, will Arnold be having that repentance in him? McAllister, Gravenberg, Szoboszlai on the mid pitch, Szoboszlai again. No presence of Jones. Gakpo on the left wings, Luis Diaz and Mo Salah on the wings. That is Liverpool with that 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1. Arne Slot will be going, but Morton and Joseph Gomez are still injured. Substitutions of Diogo Jota, Federico Chiesa, Nunes will be there, but Nunes, will he get those transfers? Will he be staying at the club or not? That is also the big question which we will be having. And for the lineups of Tottenham, look at that. Postecoglou is still making those bold statements. Look at this lineup which Postecoglou is having. He is boasting. The Spurs are still boasting. He hasn't paid Kulusevski, Richarlison, not in the starting lineups. Pedro Porro, not in the starting lineups. Christian Romero, not in the starting lineups. Postecoglou has gone mad. Postecoglou has gone mad. No denying the fact Postecoglou has gone mad. Look at that, what he has done with that lineup. Postecoglou has really made those radical changes, and how dare he is going to win that at Anfield? That is going to be a big question. How dare is he going to win that at Anfield? That is going to be a big question. But will he be able to make that or not is the big question which is having. So who is going to get that win? Give your votes on that poll section. Can Liverpool win the EPL today at Anfield? Give your votes, guys. And can Manchester City get past Forest? That is also the big question. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. And those sticky picky links has been shared on those social media platforms. You can avail from there as well. Give your votes, guys. Can Liverpool get past the likes of Hotspurs and win the 20th Premier League? That is going to be a big one. That is going to be a big one. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes on that poll. Can Liverpool win the EPL today at Anfield? If it is yes, give your votes on that. If it is no, give your votes on that. And can Manchester City get past Nottingham Forest today in the FA Cup? That is also the Q&A. You can give your comments as well on that chat section which has been pinned. But how dare Postecoglou make such radical changes? Look at that. Postecoglou has been really making those impressive statements. Look at that. Postecoglou is really making those bold statements. But yes, we are going to make the predictions of this. It is going to be Liverpool 3-0, the scoreline, where we are going to win that big, because Tottenham, I don't know why Postecoglou not bringing in the likes of Richarlison into the squad. That is also the big aspect. But on the other hand, look at that. It is Manchester United who has drawn against Bournemouth. My goodness. Inter and Roma. Inter has lost to Roma. My goodness. Serie A round 34 was the game at San Siro, and Inter has lost that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Inter has lost that to Roma for the Serie A round 34. Oh my goodness. Yes, those links has been shared on those social media platforms. You can avail that from our social media links which has been given on the video description as well as in the channel description. But for today, it is Liverpool going to lift the trophy. That is the aspect. Liverpool are going to lift the trophy. But the Spurs with this lineup not going to make that. But on the other hand, look at that. Nottingham Forest against the likes of Manchester City. Forest has got some sort of weird lineups. Nuno Santo has been doing good in the Premier League this season, and they are going to play the Champions League. But look at that, Manchester City with this lineup, they have brought in Grealish, not freaking Foden. Marmoush is there on the striking positions. Haaland is injured. Guardiola is still having those worries. Nunes on the right backs, O'Reilly on the left backs, he will be playing all the right backs. Kovacic, Lewis, and Silva on the mid pitch. Savino on the wings. Diaz, Guardiola on the centre backs. Ortega has been picked on the goalkeeping positions. Ederson hasn't been picked. Guardiola is still experimenting. Guardiola is still experimenting, but we are over here for the watch. Liverpool, are we going to lift the trophy or not? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll which has been pinned. Are we going to make that big? Can Liverpool win the EPL today? That is going to be a big one. That is going to be a big one. For the 20th time at Anfield, we are going to lift the trophy, my boys. We are going to lift the trophy. No denying the fact, we are going to lift the trophy. Let me play this. There is a lot of preview over here. Let me play this. Let me play this. Let me play this. No, this can't be played. This can't be played. This can't be played. So at the top of the table, are we going to make that? But look at Postecoglou's, man. They are at the 16th spot. 33 matches, 11 wins only. 4 of them are draws. It is 18 of those losses which they have suffered. 61 is the goal which they have scored. 51 they have conceded. 10 is the goal difference. 37 points. My goodness. They are just above Hammers with 36 points on the 17th spot. Ipswich Town, Leicester City, Southampton are going to get those relegations, but Hotspurs are at the 16th spot. My goodness, look at this Premier League table. The Spurs are at the 16th spot and they have got those 37 points, but we are Liverpool at 79 points. 44 is the goal difference. And to talk about this, we are definitely going to make that, no denying the fact. But the matches which are left for Liverpool so far in this season is, especially the fixtures where we are talking, it is just this game against Tottenham, then it is against Chelsea, then it is Arsenal, 3 big games, then it is Brighton and it is Crystal Palace. So still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches left in it, and on the table we are at 79 points, so 15 points maximum we can gather over here, and that will move on to 94 points. Liverpool has done it, boys. Liverpool has done it. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section. Who is going to win this big? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. So yes, the first vote which we have got over here, that yes, we are going to win that. The first vote which we have got over here, that yes, we are going to win that. Oh my goodness. We have got the votes, boys. We have got the votes. We need more votes to be incoming. We need more votes to be incoming. There is the another second vote which has come in, that yes, we are going to make that. Another vote which we have got is that yes, we are going to make that. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Are we going to make this big, or we are not going to make that? So 3 of the votes which we have got is that yes, we are going to make that. Oh my goodness. We have got those 3 votes. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes that Liverpool are going to win this today or not. That is going to be a big one. Give your votes. But we have made our predictions, and definitely we are going to make this big. Definitely we are going to make this big. Three votes. We have got 100% votes for Liverpool to get this big win today at Anfield and clinching the 20th time the Premier League. My goodness. Can you just imagine that? Can you just imagine that? But on the other hand, it is also the likes of Manchester City going up against the likes of Nottingham Forest. This game is also we are going to watch. But look at that. Inter has lost. Inter has lost to Roma. My goodness. Inter has lost to Roma, and in the Serie A table, it is Napoli again at the top. My goodness, Napoli has also moved to the top. The pressure mounting on Inter. My goodness, pressure mounting on Inter. They have dropped points. They are still on the same points, but Napoli still has a game in hand. Still, Napoli has got that game in hand. That is a big upset. And on the other hand, Manchester United getting that draw to Bournemouth. My goodness, 26 shots not in the goal. And later on night, we are also having the likes of Juventus and Monza, but the biggest upset which has happened is the Inter has lost to Roma. And look at that. Inter had 17 shots, only 2 on target. But our main concern is that today we are going to win this big or not. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on those cheeky picky links. Still 3 more minutes left into for this game to begin. Still 3 more minutes left into this. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Are we going to win this big, or we are going to win it at Anfield for the 20th time? Look at that. Suzopsly, Arnold, all are ready. All are ready. But why is Mo Salah sitting there on that so close to that dressing room? Why is Mo Salah sitting there quietly? What is the reason he is upset for? Cheer up, my big boy. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Are we going to lift the trophy for the 20th time for today at Anfield itself with 4 more matches in hand? We are going to make that big or not, because in these stats, if we talk about, look at that. It is, we have got those, so many points lead. Arsenal are just choking it back. The Gunners have lost it big time, drawing to that of Crystal Palace. Players are seen coming onto the pitch. Oh my goodness, look at that. The players are seen coming onto the pitch. And yes, the lineups are now being shown, but look at that. We have made the predictions as well. So good. But still, it is Gakpo who is going to be playing on the left wings. Jota not being picked, Nunes not being picked, two of them not being the preference of Arne Slot so far, two of them not being the preference of Arne Slot so far. Diaz, Gakpo, Salah, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberg on the mid pitch. My goodness, no signs of Jones as well. Elliott also not there. What are Window not making that? Three of them are still not making that into the first lineups. Robertson on the left backs, Tasimikas, Conshaw not being picked on those defensive aspects. Van Dijk is there, Konate is there, and it is Arnold on the right back. That is what Liverpool is boasting of this season. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Oh my god, the fans are roaring. We will never walk alone. That is epic. That is epic. Whole of the Anfield is roaring. Whole of the Anfield is roaring. That is looking epic. Look at that. The whole of the Anfield is roaring. Red is the color, my boys. Whole of the Anfield is roaring over here. Look at that. Mo Salah, so many goals he has scored. Oh my goodness. That is looking something epic. That is looking something epic. And I think we are going to clinch this, my boys. We are going to clinch this. Anfield is looking so good over here. Look at that. Anfield is just roaring and looking so good. We need to avoid a defeat to lift the 20th Premier League title for our name. My goodness. How can you just imagine that? A big game, big pizza for all. Big pizza for all. Those of you who are watching this, a big pizza for all. Game has begun. It is Konate passing that high up, trying to find Gakpo. Szoboszlai has got the position, passes back. Robertson going for Van Dijk. Konate again. Arnold, Gravenberg. Passes happening. Passes happening, but Spurs are going to make those substitutions after those 70th minutes. That will be the point where we have to get those press movements high up. That is some sort of early movements. Matthew still on the wings. I think he has won that corner into that. I think, is that a corner going to be incoming for Postecoglou's man so early in this game? That is a long ball. It has been passed. Gakpo trying to get it past. Passes that onto the mid pitch. McAllister goes on. Robertson this time. Back to McAllister. Van Dijk. Look at that. We are playing that 4-3-3 good into that. We are playing that 4-3-3 good into that. Back to Van Dijk. This time it is Konate. We have gained that formation and we are making that goal. What a pass from Konate. That is straight into for Diaz, but it has been fouled. Spurs has considered that first foul of this game. Spurs has considered that first foul of this game. Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes on those poll section. Are Liverpool going to lift the 20th trophy, 20th Premier League title for their name with 4 games in hand? McAllister going to take that free kick. After that, Arnold. Salah is inside the box. Salah is going to take a shot. Oh my God, that was Mo Salah in just 2 minutes taking that shot inside the box. It could have been a big goal. It could have been. Oh my goodness, Salah just missed. That was bit high. That was bit high. That was bit high. That was bit high. Mo Salah was there to make that big statement into that account. He was going to make that big. He was going to make that big. The kickoff has happened, guys. The kickoff has happened. And in just 2 minutes, we were about to get that first goal from Mo Salah, the delicious Egyptian in the squad. Is Arnold again gaining that momentum, giving that long ball. Diaz is not getting that hold of the ball good. Is Allison gathering the ball good enough? Passes to Arnold again. Arnold, what a mid-pitch pass that was. What a mid-pitch pass that was from Arnold. Whom he was going to find that. Spurs are really going to make that in those counters. It is now Matthew still passing that back to it, but how are Spurs going to take that? Because Bergwijn, Gray, and Madison on the mid pitch, they haven't picked Bissouma, nor Pepe Sarr, nor Pedro Porro, nor Romero, not the line of Kulusevski. Postecoglou has gone mad. Postecoglou has gone mad. Postecoglou has really gone mad picking up this squad. Postecoglou has really gone mad picking up this. The flags are raised. Nobody's 4 minutes, 19 seconds into the watch. Nobody's yet. But we have got that first shot on target. We have got that first shot. It was bit wide of the post from Mo Salah to be happening. Arnold back passes that to Ellison. Back to Arnold. Gravenberg. Konate. There's something from the mid pitch which is looking fishy. Gravenberg is getting outnumbered, but Arnold this time is trying to find Mo Salah again, but it is looking predictable. The early glory moments are now being shut down by the Spurs. Van Dijk this time, oh my god, Van Dijk is looking for a tackle. Yes, successfully done. Block that. It is to Mathis Tell now. Tell is having some sort of move into that. Gravenberg is rolling high up. He has been trying to find Gakpo. Interception. Back to Robertson. Diaz. Robertson again. Diaz this time trying to find what a cross that is from Diaz. What a cross that was from Diaz. What was Diaz trying to find that with that cross? Some of the passes are looking a bit vague on the pitch. Why is Arne Slot looking that bit depressed on the sidelines? You have to mean that, boy. You're playing at Anfield. You have to mean that. Spurs are now feeling that pressure. Spurs are now really feeling that pressure early. Spurs are really now feeling that pressure. It is now Tell again. Tell is having some movement. Tell is having some movement. He is into the box. It is Gravenberg this time again trying to find Salah. Diaz is there on the far post. Will Salah go for that cross? Yes, he has made that. But Luis Diaz wasn't expecting that to be coming of what he didn't even went for those chase ever itself. Why was Diaz not expecting that to be incoming? But that late run from Szoboszlai could have, Szoboszlai, if he would have added that run good enough, it could have been a big opportunity. But Kinski is the man who is not there in the lineup. Kinski is the man not there. It is Vicario who has been picked on those goalkeeping aspects for the Spurs. It is the likes of Vicario who has been picked on those lineups. Look at that. Now it is to Diaz again. And on the other hand, Manchester City and Nottingham Forest, that game has also kicked off. Oh my goodness, City has scored. City has scored. Look at that. City has scored their early goal. My goodness. City has scored their early goal. Oh my god, Rico Lewis has scored that so early into that. City has scored that early goal. Forest are down by 1 goal against City. My god. Is Gakpo inside the box going that? Oh my god. At the Wembley, City has scored their first goal against the Forest. My god, it is Lewis who has scored that. It is Lewis who has scored that early goal for the citizens. But it is still goalless over here at Anfield. Those of you who are watching, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Are we going to make that big or we are not going to make that? It is Szoboszlai this time. McAllister getting with that corner. Oh my god. Just blocked. Visario got that. Gravenberg, a bicycle kick from him inside the box. But he misses it somehow. He misses that somehow. Oh my god. Gravenberg just took a bicycle kick over there. Half of that was, my goodness, Gravenberg. Can you just imagine that? He is getting those bicycle kick inside the box. Monstrous job he is doing. But Szoboszlai, on the other hand, is not adding more to those attacking aspects. Spence and Udogi on the wings, they have to be bit wary of Mo Salah and Gakpo as well as Diaz. But Danso and Davis on the centre backs, will they be good enough to stop Mo Salah, Diaz, and Gakpo on those runs? That will be a big question. But the Spurs have won their first corner incoming. The Spurs have won their first corner incoming. The Spurs are now going to take their first corner of this game. Madison going to take that with his right footer from the right part of the corners. He goes for that far post. Oh my goodness. Block it, back, block it. How could you afford that to get a clean header in just 11 minutes? My God. That was a set piece which was taken and the Spurs at the 17th spot in the Premier League has scored their first goal and that too at the Anfield. Can you just believe that it is happening? Madison took that corner. Oh my God. Konate was there for that block. He went for those jumps. Arnold. Arnold was the one, or it was Gakpo. I mean, look at that. It was Van Dijk who was there with Johnson, but whom was Konate man marking over in that part inside the box? Who was Konate man marking over to that part of the box? The first goal has happened. It has happened. It has happened. The first goal has come in. The first goal has come in. Shit, Postacoglu's shit. Spurs have got their first goal so early in 12 minutes. And that was a set piece, corner being taken so beautifully, so efficiently. And how could you afford to get that at the Anfield, where both Van Dijk and Konate were there? And whom was Konate man marking inside the box? I'm out of my mind watching this. It is a big opportunity. Inside the box gets that big one. That was, you have to make that clinical, my boys. And it's Van Dijk now passing back to Alisson. I mean, how could you just afford that? At home, you are playing, and inside the box, you are getting those header moments. That too from the likes of Spurs, where the average height is quite less to that of Van Dijk and Konate combining together. It is Robertson this time from the left back, but it is being blocked. Pass that is to Van Dijk. Alisson this time. Konate. Konate goes for that long ball. I think it is McAllister who has won that. Will he pass that? Yes, he gives that to Diaz. Diaz will take that shot. Left footer, no. Right footer, no. He is dribbling that. Take that shot, my boy. Take that shot. You are taking that big time over there in making those shots. Luis Diaz was there on the edge of the box. It could have been a shot to be taken, the first time shot, or it is that first one touch pass. You have to make that. The Spurs have scored, my God. The Spurs have scored so early. I mean, it is a big advantage because they haven't brought in Kulusevski, they haven't brought in Richarlison, they haven't brought in Wilson. Bissouma is there, Sarr is there, Pedro Porro, Christian Romero. They haven't been going with that first lineup and they have scored with that corner. It was a defensive error. It was a big defensive error from Konate on that part. No denying the fact. Being the tall man, he should have gone for those header deflections. But it has happened. You have to come up big now. You have to come up big. Van Dijk this time finds Gakpo on the wings. Gakpo moves on to the center of the box, trying to find Diaz. But Szoboszlai this time is also staying high up on the pitch. Konate again going for Gravenberch. Arnold, on the other hand, hasn't been seen moving high up. It is inside the box. So the flag goes for, yes, we have got that. Equalizer has come in good. Luis Diaz has netted that, and assist for Szoboszlai will that be? Oh my goodness, the flags were raised. Can you just believe that? The flags were raised. That was a brilliant masterclass. It was a pass. But why the flags were raised? Look at that. It wasn't offside. Look at that. It wasn't offside. It wasn't offside. Why the VAR is not being taken? Look at that. It wasn't offside. It wasn't offside. That is a big mistake which is happening. It was Davis, the man from the Spurs, who was there on the edge of the box. His hand was bit high up. It wasn't offside. That wasn't offside. It was never going to be an offside. Davis, the centre back from the Spurs, his hand was there, bit ahead of the last centre back lineup. On this offside trap, it wasn't offside. It wasn't offside. The referee on the pitch, Thomas Breval, what is he cooking up? I don't think that is definitely not an offside. I think that VR is being taken. The VR is being taken. Yes, the goal stands. The goal stands. The goal stands, and the scores has been leveled. We knew that it wasn't offside, and we have equalized that. Just after 5 minutes of that first goal, which came in from the Spurs, we have equalized that. We have equalized that. The scores are now leveled. The scores are now leveled, and we have got that. After those VR check, we have got that. Definitely it was onside. Definitely it was onside because from the Spurs, it was the man number 4, Danso. Mo Salah, what a beautiful pass that was. He got past Davis, Gray. Danso was the man also there. But Luis Diaz getting that goal from the assist of Szoboszlai. That is what the red is the color, my boys. The goal stands, and we have leveled that in just 5 minutes. We have leveled these scores in just 5 minutes. Make it big, make it big. We have made the predictions as well that we are going to win this big, and it is going to happen. It is going to happen. After that, we are this goal stands, and thanks to the referee Bergman who has made that happen. The Spurs again trying to get it inside the box, but denied. Arnold again getting that clearance. This time goes for Diaz. Arnold again. Will he find Salah? Yes. Salah has got the possession. Udogi is the man who is bit offensive over there. Spence and Udogi both are the men. They have got that speed which we have to get past Mo Salah. Konate this time going for Szoboszlai again. Szoboszlai for Salah, back to Arnold. Salah again. Make that speed, boys. Make that speed. You are playing at home. Get that speed into that account. Gravenberg again. He is inside the box. Salah has got that. He passes that to Gravenberg. Yes, it is the second goal. It is getting cheap and it is getting overwhelmed. The flags were not raised. Oh my god. Again, the flags are raised. Who was offside over? Oh my goodness. I think Mo Salah was bait offside into that. I think Mo Salah was bait offside into that. Oh my goodness, we are getting that into the box time and again. We are getting that inside the box time and again. And the goals are seen coming pouring. The goals are seen coming pouring. We are going to make that big. We are definitely going to make that big. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Are we going to win this big? I think definitely we are going to make that big. We are definitely going to make that big. Very soon we are going to get that second and third goal. Very soon we are going to get that second goal and third goal. Very soon are we going to get that second goal incoming. Very soon we are going to get it into the nets, my boys. Very soon we are going to get that into the nets. This was the second goal, which was just given on those VR offside. But we have to be getting that clinical, and we are going to get that into the nets. No denying the fact we are going to get that into the nets. It is again Mo Salah going inside the box. Will he get that a cut in? No, just denied. Mo Salah was just denied. Oh my god, look at that! What a goal that is from Szoboszlai. He has got that goal. Szoboszlai has made that goal. Szoboszlai has made that goal. Oh my goodness. Szoboszlai just nets that so good. What a masterpiece that was. My goodness. From our predictions, we were going to win that big, and it is happening. It is happening. No denying the fact it is happening over here. Let us have the recap of that. Let us have the recap of that. What a masterclass that was. What a masterclass that was. It was a win from Gravenberg, but look at that. McAllister with his left footer, but I think that shot was marvelous and was it. My god, it just gets hit into the top corner of that, but it wasn't to that top corner, but it was hit with one of those ferocious left footers which came in from McAllister. My goodness. 2-1 in the scoreline so early in 25 minutes, and two of the offsides which we have got into this game. Otherwise, the scoreline would have been 4-1. McAllister getting that, and it is Luis Diaz who has got that. Gravenberg is really doing the best what he can do. Gravenberg is really doing. McAllister has got that goal. Szoboszlai has got that assist. Luis Diaz has got a goal. Gravenberg has got an assist as well. My goodness. And Anfield, we are today going to get that big win. Big win for the Red. That is a big foul. Gakpo has been fouled. Gakpo has been fouled, and it should have been a yellow card for that. Thomas Bermal, the referee, hasn't given a yellow card for that. Look at that. Gakpo was being tackled from behind, but not a yellow card for the Spurs so far. Konate again trying to find Arnold. Yes, it is that part where Konate is moving high up, and that space Spurs are trying to get that goal. But Arnold is the man who is not staying high up. It is that threat from the likes of Udogi, Spence, Mathis, Tell, that is the fast forwards Johnson, where Arnold is staying deep down on those defensive aspects. That is where Arne Slot has found that loophole against Postecoglou's men. But Solanke, is he going to get that? But looking at the stats of Szoboszlai this season, Szoboszlai so far in this season, 31 matches played, 5 goals he has got, 4 assists. He hasn't been in the best of his form, but he has been performing. All in all, 90 games played for Liverpool, 14 goals scored. Szoboszlai is having some decent stats, but not in the best of his form. No denying the fact. McAllister, on the other hand, talking about this season, 32 matches, 5 goals, 4 assists they have been getting. But the sole man who is talking for Liverpool this season is no denying the fact. The delicious Egyptian Mo Salah is that 33 matches, 27 goals, and 18 assists. Who on this holy earth could have just managed to get past Mo Salah? Nowhere, nowhere the likes of Erling Haaland as well, because to talk about Erling Haaland, who is injured so far in those striking aspects, 21 goals and 3 assists. That is again inside the box, but this time Konate gets that header deflection good. This time Konate gets that header deflection good. So yes, talking about the stats of the Reds, Liverpool, the maximum goal scoring opportunities, which Luis Diaz was also boasting in the start of the season. But all in all, he has contributed to 12 goals. But from the start of the season, he was getting that race high up with 5 to 7 goals coming in so early. But in the second half, he has dropped down those points. And talking about Cody Gakpo, all in all, 8 goals and 3 assists. But Mo Salah is the man, single handedly taking those goal credits for him this season for Liverpool. He has been the man working that so good. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Can Liverpool win the Premier League for the 20th time today at home itself by winning against Postecoglou's Hotspurs with 4 more matches in hand? Are we going to lift the Premier League? That is a free kick. McAllister, is he going to take that? Or Szoboszlai, who is going to take that? Or it is the likes of Arnold joining there as well. Van Dijk, does he want a header to be going on from there? But that is a scoring range. That is a scoring range. In just 30 minutes of the watch, it is that free kick which is going to be happening. And I think it is going into the nets. I think this free kick is definitely going to be into the nets. Arnold takes that fast one, hurried one, but missed. It was taken by Arnold, fast one and hurried one, but it misses the post. It misses the post. 2-1 is the score line so far. 30 minutes of the watch. Van Dijk doing a good tackle over there, passes that to Konate. Look at that. Arnold is staying so deep for today. Arnold is staying so deep on the defense for today. Alisson back passes that to Konate. Konate finds Van Dijk. Van Dijk is going to stay. Mo Salah is going to stay. Arnold, I think he is not. Van Dijk again passes that to Konate. Arnold trying to find Salah. Yes, he has found Salah. The delicious Egyptian is racing it high up. But Mo Salah has got big competition against Udogie. Udogie is that man, he has got that speed, and Mo Salah is really being tempted over by those passes which Arnold is making that. Can we witness that goal from Mo Salah now? Can he make that 28 goals? Can he get past those 30 goals landmark in the Premier League? That will also be another feat for Mo Salah. Definitely, we have to get that talking. Another corner coming in. Van Dijk is there. Konate is there for those headers. Will he go for that far post or will he go for that first post? McAllister going to take that with his right footer. Oh my god, the wind is blowing so high over there that the ball is not going to stay on that position of the pitch. Look at that. The wind over here at Anfield, the ball is just moving and going off from its position. Look at that. The wind is blowing so high over there, and the ball is not staying on that corner positions to be taken a free kick from there. McAllister is having that movement over here, but the ball stays. The corner has been taken inside the box. Gakpo, will he take that shot? Yes, Gakpo has taken that. I belong to Jesus is what Gakpo is celebrating. Look at that. It was so much of drama. The ball wasn't staying on those corner positions to be taken a kick from that. And McAllister was having that disturbances. But finally, the wind stops and he takes that corner. It was to the first post, but the Spurs getting that deflection. But Gakpo finally receiving that ball inside the box makes that dribble and nets it. He nets it. Visario has considered thrice. Vicario has considered thrice so far in this game. The scoreline now is 3-1. My goodness. 3-1 is the scoreline. It is going to be a big, it is going to be a big from our predictions. We had it to be a 5-0, but now already it is 3-1 in 34 minutes of this first half. Gakpo was clinical. Gakpo was clinical. He found that space. He dribbled past. He went for that far post. Vicario wasn't there enough to get a touch into it, and Gakpo celebrates it by I belong to Jesus. Oh my God. The Reds, Liverpool are going to clinch the Premier League with 4 matches in hand. This is going to be a big one because looking about the fixtures, still Chelsea is there, Arsenal is there, Brighton is there, Crystal Palace is there. Four of the fixtures are still left, and we are going to lift the trophy for the 20th time. The PL is going to be our home for the next year. It is a long ball. Mo Salah is making that move. Oh my goodness. Matistel now making that pass early on, but Konate gets that estimate good and has blocked that. Arnold and Konate are really playing that good. On the right backs, both Arnold and Konate are really making that good effort. It is seen. It is seen over there. Score line 3-1. Will Spurs be able to overtake that in the second half because they will be having the substitutions? Kulusevski, Richard Leeson, Pedro Porro, Randy Wayne. They are having many men on those substitutions and they will be looking to get past in the second half. We need 2 more goals, boys. We need 2 more goals. We need 5-1 to be the scoreline in the first half because in the second half, Postecoglou with his men will be making those substitutions where they will be moving high up on the pitch. Because for the Spurs to talk about in those substitutions, look at that. I mean, talking about the substitutions which the Spurs have got. It is Romero who is also available. Van de Ven is there. Pedro Porro is there. Kulusevski, Richard Leeson. These are the substitutions Postecoglou is definitely going to make on the second half. Postecoglou is really going to make those substitutions in the second half. Whereas talking about us, we have got Nunes, Jota, Jones or Elliott will be picked. These are the 3-4 substitutions which slot will be making that. But in those attacking aspects, there is those opportunities where Spurs have got those big names coming in. 3-1 is the score line. It is a good one, but we have to get more goals into this. We have to get more goals into this. It is now Van Dijk getting that tackle. Arnold has fouled Mathis Tell. That is a foul from Arnold to Mathis Tell. So the character development which Mathis Tell is having at the Spurs is not at all that evident into that. Still, it is not evident into that. That is a foul to Gakpo. That is a big foul to Gakpo on the pitch. Look at that. It has been fouled badly. Gakpo has been fouled badly, but Thomas Bramall, the referee on the pitch, still not showing those yellow cards for that tackle being made. Look at that. Gakpo was just falling on the page. It was Danso getting that bad tackle to Gakpo, but not a card being given to him. It is now Sozoplay again, but his passes are looking predictable. The passes which Sozoplay is making, that his passes are looking predictable into that. Not a card being given to him. It is Gakpo again passing that to Robertson on the wings. He passes that from the edge of the box. Mo Salah gets that. Sozoplay, Arnold taking shot, blocked. It was a block. That shot from Arnold got a block. That is a big foul to McAllister as well. Look at that. It is a big foul to McAllister as well, but no cards are being shown. Thomas Bergmal, the referee on the page, is not showing those cards. I don't know why. What is wrong with him? He is not showing those cards. On the other hand, Manchester City and Nottingham Forest, it is still one up. The scoreline is there. And Forest hasn't got a single shot. Oh my goodness. That is looking disheartening from Nuno Santos' men. McAllister again, this time finding Salah, but Salah is being man marked. Man is still trying to get it inside the box but being blocked. This time Robertson gets that header clearance scored. Gakpo trying to get that clearance for Mo Salah but denied. The flags were raised. Anyhow, the flags were raised for that pass to be coming in. The flags were raised for that pass to be coming in for Mo Salah. It is those passes we need to be talking. It is those passes we need to be talking. Look at that. It is 81% is the pass accuracy which is happening today in this game. We have got that 9 shots, 3 on target, 1 big chance was there. We have nailed that, but 81% is the passing accuracy. Forty-two minutes are up. Still 3 more minutes left into this. Still 3 more minutes left into this. Can we get one more goal? Can we get one more goal into that? The numbers are counting good. The numbers are counting good. Look at that. The numbers are really counting good on the pitch. But the Spurs are lacking in those numbers counting. That is what happens. But in the second half, they will definitely come in. Oh my god, that is a challenge inside the box from Konate. Oh my goodness. Konate is looking injured. Mathistel is also looking injured. Thomas Bergmal, what is that which is going to be happening? Hasn't shown any foul for that, neither has he stopped the game. Both the players are looking injured on the pitch. Both the players are looking injured on the pitch. I don't expect that to be a penalty incoming. I don't expect that to be a penalty incoming. Yes, that is a fair tackle from Konate. Not to be worried of getting a penalty. That is a fair tackle from Konate. But he is looking bit injured. Konate is looking bit injured over there. Both Matistel as well as Konate are the Frenchmen. The tackle that was, but it was a good tackle from Konate. Not to be expecting to get a penalty with that. Not to be expecting to get a penalty with that. Van Dijk going for Gravenberg. Arnold back to Van Dijk. On the left wings, it is Robertson getting that cross inside the box. No one is there for that. But it is Matistel getting those interceptions. Udogi this time is speeding up. He is being tackled. McAllister has got that tackle good. He has blocked that counter coming in. He has blocked that counter coming in. It was a big tackle. McAllister has got that good tackle on the pitch. Things are really looking good so far as the stats are there, but the Spurs are capable of doing any damages. They are at the 16th or 17th spot so far in the league, but they are capable of getting 2 or 3 goals in those counters. 45 minutes are up. First half, 45 minutes are up. Now it is Tell again. Inside the box he goes, crosses that straight into the hands of Allison. No worries. Till now, no threat for Allison so far in this game, and only 3 shots which the Spurs have taken into the account. 2 on target, but not a potential threat so far for Allison. Allison hasn't got any sort of potential threat so far from the Spurs. 4 minutes of added time in the first half. It is 4 minutes of added time in the first half. And I going for that long ball. Gakpo collects that good. Gakpo has crossed it to the far post, but Vicario collects that good. Look at that. 4 minutes only added. Only 4 minutes being awarded for this first half. 4 minutes of added time. So back to Allison. No worry for that. McAllister and McAllister is doing that monstrous job. He has got a goal as well as he is doing those good tackles on the mid pitch. McAllister is looking a monster today. McAllister is looking a big monster today. No denying the fact McAllister is looking a big monster today on the pitch. But the Spurs has won that free kick to be incoming for them. They have gone to the far wings for Matistel. Again, it is to tell, will he get that cross? He gets that to the mid page. Matistel this time takes a shot, but baby shot from him. That was a baby shot from Matistel. 47 minutes, 30 seconds are up. Only 1 minute, 30 seconds left into this first half. We are going to get that break into it. But some sort of performances from Liverpool needs to be commending. Some sort of performances from the players need to be commending. Alisson hasn't got those performances to be talking in. His touches has been good, but Konate and Van Dijk, as well as Arnold hasn't been looking that, whereas Mo Salah has been completely blocked by Udogi and Madison on that right part of the pitch. Things need to be talking. It is Mo Salah who is being blocked good by Udogi and his company from that part. Van Dijk passes that to Robertson, back to Ellison. 48 minutes 29 seconds. Still 30 more seconds left into this. Gravenberch this time slowly moving high up. He has got a block. Spence goes to the mid page. Madison getting a block. Good one from Gravenberch that was. The ball has been cleared away. Vicario passing that to Spence. The ball is off for a throw. 49 minutes are up. Thomas Bergmal, is he going to blow the whistle? He is having that in his mouth and he blows that. That is the end of the first half, and Solanke hasn't yet scored. Solanke hasn't yet scored, but we have scored those three goals. My goodness, from our predictions, it was going to be 5-1 all in all. But in the second half, the Spurs has got those substitutions to be incoming. That is going to be a potential threat. Spurs has got those substitutions. In the Premier League, they are so down. They have been now onto the 16th spot, 37 points, but they have got those substitutions which they can be boasting in the second half. The Spurs have got those substitutions which they are to be boasting of in the second half. Look at the aspects where the Spurs are going to make that. It is Bergwall, Gray, and Madison on the mid page, whereas in the second half, Sar and Bissouma, one of them will be picked up, but in those attacks, Kulusevski, Richarlison will be definitely coming on. Johnson hasn't been seen performing much. Matthew has been showing some character but not clinical enough to get it into the nets. Gray has been really miserable. Solanke has got a goal, but Johnson is the man. Brennan Johnson and Matthew will they be replacing Kulusevski and Richarlison so early on? Postecoglou, will he be going for those changes? Because talking about the stats, that has been disheartening. Only 4 shots taken, 2 on target, but they have got that. They have got that at the Anfield, and in the second half, they will be seen coming on. They will be seen coming on. And to talking about Liverpool in those aspects, Gakpo getting a goal, Diaz, Szoboszlai getting goal. I mean, assist for Szoboszlai, McAllister getting a goal, Gravenberch is looking good. But in the second half, they have to keep that gas in the pedal to be working on. They need to be putting that gas on the pedal. Asimikas can be an option. Jones will be looking on, but so far, Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch on the mid pitch are looking good. So Slot will not be making those. Nunes, Jota, and Chiesa are available. Gakpo has been decent, Luis Diaz has been decent, but I think Mo Salah against Udogi, he needs to come bit on the mid part of the pitch. If more is going to become, then either it will be Szoboszlai substituting with that of Jones or Elliott moving to the wings and Salah coming into the mid pitch. That is what Slot may be trying into this squad. Apart from that, Liverpool has been marvelous with 9 shots taken, 6 on target, 3 on target. My mistake, 3 shots on target out of those 9. This has been the story of Liverpool at Anfield and clinching their 20th Premier League title. It is going to be a big one. I mean, they just need a draw. On the other hand, Manchester City and Nottingham Forest still 1-0 is the score line. And most disheartening part is that Nottingham Forest hasn't got a single shot onto the nets, whereas Citizens have got 5-1 on target and they have netted that. That has been a bad one. Nuno Santos' men are playing that bag. And Inter and Roma, that has been a big disaster. Inter has lost to Roma. So many shots been taken, 70% possession, but Inter couldn't get it into the nets of Roma. They have lost that. Manchester United, on the other hand, 1-1 up against Bournemouth. Late at night, we are having Juventus and Monza as well. If we have got that time, we will make the watch along of that. But as of now, it is red is the color of my voice, and we are making that big. We are making that big. So yes, stay tuned to it. I will be taking a short 1 minute break and I will be coming in for that second half watch along. Stay tuned to it, guys. I'll be just back in 1 minute. Oh my god. This is going to be the 20th Premier League title, which we are going to have that. And are we going to make that big? That is the watch for today's watch along. Liverpool getting that big win. Is that going to be the 20th Premier League title, which we are going to get that? That is going to be the big watch. That is going to be the big watch. The audio quality is looking good. The video quality is also looking good. Yes. The stats over here. We need to make any substitutions? I don't think that there is any sort of substitutions. We need to be making this. No denying the fact we don't need to make those substitutions to be incoming for today. Team has been looking good, and after those fresh legs, what is that is required is definitely going to be the need of the hour. Robertson has been decent. He hasn't given any opportunities for Brendan Johnson to be coming high up. But from the Spurs, Bugwell has been the talking of the town. Bugwell has been the talking of the town. Look at that man, Bugwell. Look at the aspects of the Spurs. Spence has been miserable, and the right part of the Spurs, I think Postecoglou is going to bring in Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro is the man who will be coming on making those substitutions. Maybe the likes of Christian Romero will be seen coming high up on the pitch because Danso is also not seen performing much. Danso and Davis on the centre backs, Spence on the right back hasn't been that good. But Gakpo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Luis Diaz from that left footed pitch, they have been contributing to those goals much. They have been contributing to those goals much. But Udogi, on the other hand, has been man marking Mo Salah good in this. Look at that. Mo Salah hasn't been that decent enough because Udogi is the man who is having that speed and he is man marking Mo Salah most of the times. Madison has got an assist. Solanke has got that goal. It was a header, not some sort of a creative build-up from the pitch, mid-pitch. Gray, Burwell, all are the substitutions they have to make. But Spence and Danso, that part of the right backs and the centre backs, Postecoglou needs to make those substitutions if he wants to get some points ahead of West Ham. Because in the table, look at that. In the table, it is the likes of Tottenham. They are at the 16th spot. Can you just imagine that? Tottenham are on the 16th spot, just 1 point ahead of the Hammers. The Spurs just leading by 1 point. And they might be the last team in the Premier League table. United got a draw today against Bournemouth and they have dropped down to 14th. That is what? United at 14th, Spurs at 16th, West Ham at 17th. My goodness. But Liverpool, look at that. 82 is the point which we are having now. With 4 games in hand, 12 points. Chelsea is there. It is Arsenal next, 2 of the upcoming games. But with 82 points, the more which we can get is from 12 more points. So 94 points. If we are going to that more than 90 points, then it is definitely going to be good. Then it is definitely going to be good. Next game is Chelsea. The Arsenal is there on those upcoming fixtures for us. And more to that, it is the likes of Brighton and Crystal Palace. These are the 4 fixtures which we are having in the Premier League this season. But is there any need of a substitution which has to be made? Is there any need of those substitutions? On the other hand, Manchester City and Nottingham Forest, look at that. Look at that. Nuno Santos, man, hasn't got a single shot. 25% possession. City is dominating that game. City is dominating that game because Nuno Santos man hasn't got a single shot on target. Nottingham Forest hasn't got. My goodness, how could you just imagine that? In the lineups, Nuno Santos man, Danilo has got a substitution. The second half has begun over there. Ilanga is the man who has been called, whereas the citizens hasn't made those substitutions so far. That is the story of the FA Cup which is happening. But we will be moving on to this. So this was along of Liverpool and Tottenham. Yes, Postecoglou has made those changes. Look at that. The second half has begun and Postecoglou has made those changes. He has brought in Sar on the mid pitch. Archie Gray is out. Madison is out and Kulusevski has been called. The substitutions has been called. Oh my God, Spurs are inside the box. They are trying to find Solanke, but blocked. That is from Van Dijk. Van Dijk has got that critical block. Good one. So two substitutions which Postecoglou has made into this second half in the beginning. But anyways, that counter from the Spurs, the flags were not raised, but it was offside. And Postecoglou is looking dejected on the sidelines. Sar is in and Kulusevski is in. Madison is out. Archie Gray is out. That is the part of the game where Postecoglou has brought in, but still Spence is the man staying on the pitch. Pedro Porro hasn't been yet given that opportunity. It is Szoboszlai now winning that ball onto the mid pitch, passes back to Konate, but Slot hasn't got for any substitutions. What is the need when you are having that 3-1 on the score line? And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned. Give your votes on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Give your votes. Are we finally going to win the Premier League for the 20th time with 4 matches in hand? That is the poll over there. You can give your votes on that poll. And the Q&A, the question is there that will City get past Forest in the FA Cup? Van Dijk passes that to Robertson, block that is. Johnson is the man who is staying on that wings, but he hasn't been that impressive. Johnson is the man staying on those wings, but he hasn't been that impressive. Matthew Stell hasn't even shown that big character, and with that transfer from Bayern on loan, 8 matches he has played, 2 goals he has scored. That is what his story is over here. It is Gravenberch again winning that in the mid pitch, moving on to the left wings. He passes that to Robertson, aiming for a cross, but Spence this time gets that block. Spence this time gets that block good. So Gray has been substituted, Madison has been substituted. What was the need? Bergwall was the man over there, but still Postecoglou keeping Bergwall on the pitch. Luis Diaz passes back to Konate. Arnold. Back to Konate. Van Dijk. McAllister. Build up is looking good. Passes that. It is now Gakpo on the edge of the box. Will he take that shot? No, he passes that to McAllister inside the box. Oh my God, that is a goal! Gakpo should have scored that without passing that to Mo Salah. It was a big opportunity. Gakpo was one-on-one against Vicario. But look at that. He created that so good. He passed that to McAllister. McAllister getting that creativity, getting Gakpo. Gakpo should have had that shot to the nets, but he went on for passing that. It is a big chance missed. It is a big chance missed. But still, the scoreline is 3-1. You can afford that. You can afford that. But it is a big chance missed. Gakpo should have scored that. He should have just hit the ball into the nets. I mean, what was the thought which he was making that? Because I think Claude must have instructed in those halftime that you have to go for those far posts where you have will be getting the goals incoming. It is now Gakpo getting to source of Sly, change of the wings to Mo Salah. Salah is inside the box. Will he take that shot? Yes, he gets that. But Udogi getting that block good. Back to Konate. Arnold. Mo Salah has been man marked by Udogi too good, and Udogi has been seen doing that. Udogi has been seen doing that for most of the times. No denying the fact Mo Salah has been scoring those 28 goals, but every time Mo Salah is up against Udogi, Udogi has been man marking him too good. It is Diaz now finding that on the back. He gets that to McAllister. What a class pass. Look at that. McAllister making those passes today. He is doing a monstrous job. McAllister making those passes today. He is looking a monster today. He is looking a big monster today on the pitch. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Are we going to clinch the 20th title? Are we going to make that big? Again, O'Connor incoming. McAllister is going to take that. Robertson is staying on that first post. It is a short corner being taken. Szoboszlai this time going to the far post, but Udogi gets that clearance good. Udogi this time gets that clearance good. Again a corner incoming. McAllister going to take that. Van Dijk is there, Gakpo is there, Konate is there. Three of those tall headers. Oh my god, Konate couldn't just connect that. It was to the mid part of the box, but Konate just couldn't connect that good. So just like finally getting that. McAllister is there. He goes for the nets. I think there is a deflection. McAllister has got that deflection. McAllister has got that deflection. Look at that. Is that a deflection? A corner is going to come for that. Is that a corner going to come again? Yes, that is a corner being given. Thomas Bergmal, the referee on the pitch, this time gives a corner for that. McAllister with his right footer from the left part of the corners. He goes again to the mid part of the box. That was a good goal. McAllister has been making those good goals for today. His passes are looking marvelous. Vicario goes for Sa on the mid pitch. Udogi this time. I mean, the Spurs in the mid pitch has been disastrous today because the performances of Szoboszlai, McAllister, as well as Gravenberg on the mid pitch has been excellent and marvelous. Oh my God, Visario has got that. Szoboszlai, Salah, but finally Spurs are getting those blocks somehow. Spurs are getting those blocks somehow. The numbers are not counting, and Vicario has been making that mistake by passing to their centre backs most of the times. That is where he is lacking. Van Dijk going for Robertson, McAllister again, Gakpo. Go for that cross, my boy. Go for that cross. Crosses are not incoming. Crosses are not incoming. The crosses from the wings are not incoming, but still not a potential threat. That is because with 3-1 the score line, it is going to be a big one. It is going to be a big one. But still, Postecoglou bringing in Kulusevski on the mid pitch, they are not getting the hold of the ball good enough. They are not getting that position good enough. They are not being able to keep the ball in their possession. That is where they are lacking. This time it is Gravenberg moving high up, passing to Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai goes for Salah. Salah is inside the box. Will he get past? Will he get that left footer? Yes, he gets that shot, but it is a deflection. It is a deflection. Salah is now making that number counting gold. Salah is now making that number counting gold up against Udogi. The race for the golden boot, Mo Salah is definitely going to keep it with him, but he needs more goals incoming. Can he touch that feat of 30 goals this season? Two more goals is what he wants to achieve that feat. It is Robertson this time going to take that corner from the right part of the pitch with his left foot. Goes for that far post. Van Dijk, Konate, anyone taking that? McAllister with his left footer. No, the ball has been recovered. It is again Arnold. Mo Salah, he has been fouled. The ball goes into the nets. No, denied by Vicario. My goodness. Robertson, McAllister, Mo Salah, all are talking to Thomas Bergman, the referee on the pitch. I think they are complaining for some sort of handball for that, or that challenge which was made by Udogi to Mo Salah. What is that which the Reds are complaining? What is that which the Reds are complaining? I think that is a handball. Mo Salah. Oh my God, that ball was into the nets, but it somehow Vicario and the Spurs manages to keep the ball out of the nets. That was somehow the Spurs were about to concede their fourth goal, but somehow they managed to keep that. 59 minutes on the watch so far. The first half there has been four goals, but in the second half so far, not a single goal yet been scored. Matt is still getting that to Solanke. Arnold finally getting that clearance. Oh my God. From the out of the box so far, it was a shot being taken, but that was something bit. I mean, much of those achievable things which Danso was trying to get that. It It was a big feat if Danso was getting that into the nets. 60 minutes are up. 60 minutes are up. Vicario, what is he doing? I mean, the performance of Vicario, he has considered thrice this game, but in those passes which he needs to make, he is not doing that good job. That is where he is also lacking. Now it is to Gakpo again. The fly has got Mo Salah in the build-up. Salah trying to find Diaz, but blocked that is. Danso is getting some of the blocks good in the second half. It is again Gakpo on the edge of the box, passes that. Gravenberg this time from the mid pitch. He takes that shot, tipping shot that was from Gravenberg, but Vicario keeps the ball safe. Liverpool are now trying to get the best of their opportunities. They are now trying to get the best of their opportunities. Already 16 shots taken, only 4 on target. 4 shots on target and 3 goals. Not a bad one, but all in all, 16 shots taken at home, but only 4 on target is the question which has to be asked, because they are playing against the number 17 spot of the Premier League. The Spurs are at the 16th spot. Alisson to Konate again. Mo Salah trying to change the wings to the mid pitch. He has lost that. Kulusevski has won that. But whom is he going to pass that? Now Spence is raising high up. Kulusevski is there on the edge of the box, but he is lacking in those touches. It is now Szoboszlai again passing to Salah. Salah is inside the box. He has got a cut in. Yeah, my God, Mo Salah nets that. Mo Salah nets that. Look at that. 29 goals, 18 assists. What more can you expect from this delicious Egyptian king at Anfield to be talking? This is his 28th goal in the Premier League, 18 assists in 33 matches. My goodness, 243 goals, and now he is one of the leaders in those goal scorings in the Premier League. My goodness. Now he takes a selfie. Mo Salah now takes a selfie from the fans on the stands. Oh my goodness, Mo Salah has taken that selfie as well. Oh my goodness, Mo Salah is making that count big. 244 goals in the Premier League and 28 goals this season with 18 assists. This delicious Egyptian king contract getting those 2 years more at Liverpool. What more Arne Slot wants to be incoming? It was the likes of Udogi who was man marking Mo Salah good, but this time he couldn't just stop that ferocious attack. And both Vicario as well as Udogi has failed that had Mo Salah has scored. My goodness. 4-1 is the score line. 4-1 is the score line. I think this game is already up. I think this game is already up. 5-1 was our predictions from the start of the stream. That was our predictions. I mean 5-0, my mistake. 5-0 was our predictions. Can we get two more goals, boys? Can we get two more goals? Van Dijk getting that to Gravenberch. Was a fly. From the mid pitch, the Spurs are just keeping it back. Race for the golden boot. Mo Salah with 28 goals, Isaac with 22, Haaland with 21, Wood with 19, Mbomo with 18. That has been the story. The race for the golden boot, and Mo Salah is topping that with many miles. Fans are roaring with that "You will never walk alone." Anfield is roaring. Anfield is roaring high. Konate going for Arnold. The goals are seen incoming. The goals are seen incoming. The first goal in the second half has come in. It is Gakpo winning that. He passes that. Mo Salah, will he get that? He passes that. Szoboszlai takes a shot. Both Luis Diaz and Szoboszlai were going for that shot, but Szoboszlai took that early. But being blocked by Vicario, it could have been that fifth goal. They are now just crushing Postecoglou's men, and they are getting humiliated. Humiliation, that is a big word. That is a big one which Postecoglou's men are facing at Anfield. Mo Salah again inside the box. Szoboszlai passing that. But this time, Udogi gets that block good. 4-1 the scoreline. It is something humiliation for the Spurs at Anfield. It is something humiliation for the Spurs at Anfield. And with this scoreline, Liverpool are definitely going to get the Premier League now with 4 matches in hand where they can afford to rest. But 94 is the point which they will be aiming for. Oh my god, Richarlison is coming on. Tell, Mathis Tell and Solanke are off the pitch. Odobot and Richarlison are coming in for those substitutes. Postecoglou going for those substitutes. My god, 68 minutes on the watch. Solanke is out, Richarlison is in. So yes, Arne Slot is also going for those substitutions. Jones is coming onto the pitch. Szoboszlai and Gakpo are off. Szoboszlai and Gakpo are off. Jones and Jota are in. Jones and Jota are in. Two substitutions, both Slot is gone and as well as Postecoglou has also gone. Substitutions coming in on those 68 minutes. It is those fifth substitutions which Postecoglou has got, but only two from Arne Slot. 4-1 being the score line. Can we make two more? 6-1. Can we make that 5-1? Let the Anfield roar much high for today. Arnold getting that deflection good. Passing that. Jones this time is moving high up. Passing on to the wings. Robertson getting Arnold. Arnold mid page. Jota getting that. Will he get that? Oh my god, it is Mo Salah has netted that. Mo Salah has got that second goal. My goodness, oh, was that own goal? Will that 5-1 on the scoreline be given to Mo Salah, or was that some sort of a own goal? But the press was made good by Mo Salah on that far post. The press was made good by Mo Salah on that far post. What is that going to be? Look at that. It was Jones passing that to Robertson. Robertson getting that to Arnold on the mid pitch. Arnold getting that. Jota with that shot, missing it. I think Arnold has got that assist. Yes, Arnold has got that assist. Salah was onside. Salah was onside. No denying the fact Mo Salah was onside. Oh my god, what was that? What was that? Was that a own goal? Oh my god, that is a own goal. Mo Salah will not be credited with that, but it was some sort of a own goal. That was some sort of a own goal which has happened. That is some sort of a own goal which has happened. Destiny Udogi, who did so good in the first half, now it is Mo Salah scoring once against him, and now it is a own goal which has happened from Destiny Udogi, but Mo Salah hasn't got that. His goal scoring sheets of this season still stays with 28 goals and 18 assists in the Premier League. That is a huge one. 5-1, 71 minutes. Can we get one more, boys? Can we get one more goal? It was our predictions that we are going to win that by 5-0, but 5-1 is the scoreline. We need one more goal, my boys. We need one more goal. We need one more goal. 6-1, it will be good enough. No expectations from the Spurs to get four more goals. No way are they going to go through that. But this humiliation they will remember in the future at Anfield. After getting that deflection, ball is off for a throw. So yes, Liverpool are finally getting the hold of their trophy, the 20th one, which is coming in, and they are going to keep that. Spence takes a shot that is so far from the box. That is complete frustration which is coming out. Spurs has been devastated. They have been destroyed. Spurs has been destroyed. And on the other hand, Manchester City has scored twice. My goodness, Nottingham Forest are getting those evictions from the FA Cup. Four shots on taken, not a single one on target. Whereas City with 69% possession, 12 shots, 6 on target. They are humiliating Forest as well. But over here, the scoreline is 5-1. 5-1 is the scoreline over here. 73 minutes on the watch. Wataru Indo coming onto the pitch. Arne Slot making one more substitution. It is Wataru Indo coming onto the pitch. Because 4 matches in hand, he will now want his remaining players to be playing that. He needs those back in form coming from Wataru Indo to be talking. Gravenberch, Konate, back to Van Dijk, Robertson. Van Dijk gets Jones. Back to Allison. Mo Salah this time cutting into the mid page finds Gravenberch. Jota passing to the mid page. Arnold. McAllister again. Arnold has found Mo Salah. I think. Oh my god. Salah got that first touch to that, but not clinical enough to get it. Can we get one more goal, guys? 75 minutes on the watch. Another substitution coming in for slot. Luis Diaz is moving off the pitch. Indo is the man coming on. Indo and Elliot, both of them are coming on. Arnold and Diaz are off the pitch. Indo and Elliot are in. Two more substitutions from slot. Yes, this time he has to make those upcoming players coming in who has got those rest throughout the season. He has to make them play. And to talk about Wataru Indo, he hasn't got those big play time. Oh my god, the whole of the Anfield is being bombarded with those red balloons. My god, red is the color, my boy, red is the color. Anfield is now being celebrated already with those red balloons. Red balloons are already seen just gliding away through the pitch, and the fans are already seen celebrating this. The 20th Premier League title is going to be lifted. Oh my god, look at that. All those celebrations which are happening all across Anfield. My goodness. Celebrations are coming in inside the stadium as well as outside the stadium. All the fans have gathered over there celebrating that big. It is looking a big one. It is looking a big one. The fans are celebrating it a big one. Red is definitely the color which is ruling the Premier League this season. Indo makes the first touch after his appearance. Gravenberg passing back to Indo, but the ball is off for a throw. Can we get one more goal, boys? Can we get one more goal? What a season Arne Slot is having with in charge of Liverpool for the first time, first appearance in the Premier League, and with four matches in hand, he is clinching the title. Big feat. All those red balloons are already seen dropping on the pitch by the fans. The whole of the Anfield is now filled with those red balloons. Gas popsicles! Gas popsicles by Anfield fans. But William Burmal has stopped the game. But Liverpool will be handed the trophy for that last game where they will be playing Crystal Palace. The trophy is definitely ours, but it will be handed. Oh my god, Wataru Indo has a miss inside the box, but the ball is off for a throw. Indo is playing on that right part of the centre back. 80 minutes are up. 10 more minutes. But we need one more goal, boys. We need one more goal. One more goal, boys. One more goal. 5-1 is the scoreline. We need one more goal to be happening into that. Harrison goes for that goal kick high up. It is Gravenberg winning that on the mid pitch. On the mid pitch, today's Spurs are disastrous. Finally gets Mo Salah. A tackle that is from Udogi. The ball is off for a throw. McAllister is looking injured on the pitch, but he has been the monster today. McAllister for today has been the big monster. I think McAllister needs substitution, and it is Darwin Nunes coming onto the pitch. It is Darwin Nunes coming onto the pitch. What a fight that was happening between Udogi and Wataru Indo on those corners. Darwin Nunes now finally coming on for those late substitutions. Number 10, McAllister moving on. What a class performance, McAllister. You made this day. McAllister made this day so easy for the Liverpool fans. McAllister has got those 57 touches in this game and he has been monstrous. He is now moving off the pitch. Darwin Nunes is now coming on. But what a performance that was from McAllister today. He has been really monstrous. He has been really monstrous. But we expect one more goal to be incoming, my boys. We need one more goal to be incoming. Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson staying on those defensive aspects. Now it is to Jones, Elliott, the wings, back to Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes for Konate. It is some sort of miss passes happening. Things are looking safe. The watch party is happening. The watch party is happening. Liverpool getting their 20th Premier League title already with 4 matches in hand and with the new manager Arne Slot. It is happening. Red is the color. Van Dijk getting to Gravenberg. Jones is Konate getting that to Salah. Salah is still staying and running on the pitch. Jota this time getting to Gravenberg. Elliott, Jones, Salah again. He is getting that into the box. Will he get that second goal? No, denied. We need one more goal, my boys. We need one more goal. Van Dijk to Jones. Gravenberg this time. Indo. I mean, to talk about this game, look at that. Indo is playing on the right part of the center back. That is the place I think Arne Slot, upon the departure of Arnold, will be executing that. It is now Mo Salah again inside the box. He gets a Trivela coming in, but blocked. Danso finally gets that block. Danso finally gets that block. 85 minutes are up. 5 more minutes. Get one more goal, boys. Get one more goal. Make it 6-1. Make it 6-1. Half a dozen goal will look so good on the score sheets. Konate, that is a back pass to Allison. Van Dijk. Van Dijk goes for that far wings. Yes. It is Robertson there collecting that goal. I think Spence has considered a corner with that. I think Spence has considered a corner. Yes, the fans are already celebrating champions 24-25. Liverpool making that good. My goodness. Robertson there collecting that goal. I think Spence. It has already been 2 hours 10 minutes we have been streaming this. And Liverpool finally getting this 2024-25 season. Spence has got some sort of bad moment. Konate, the referee has blown the whistle for that. One more goal, boys. One more goal. 87 minutes. 3 more minutes left into this. We need one more goal to be incoming. I mean, this Spurs hasn't got any sort of comeback moments. They have been really struggling bad in form. Konate this time finds that it is Elliott passing that to Salah. Salah is getting it into the box, but Udogi is getting that foul. What a bad foul that was to Salah, but the referee doesn't even bother to blow the whistle or give a card to Udogi for that. Finally, Arne Slot is smiling on the sidelines. Finally, Arne Slot is seen smiling on the sidelines. My goodness, Arne Slot is seen smiling on the sidelines. Can you just imagine that? Ronaldo passing that to Van Dijk. 89 minutes on the watch. Still 1 more minute left into that. Jones to Robertson. Allison again. Konate. Konate finally gets that good. Passes that high up. Jota, the man, needs to be talking, but he is not doing that. Indo this time. Oh my goodness. Don't consider goal, boys. Don't consider goal in those late 90 minutes. Don't consider goal. It is a pass. Yes, Nunes has got that. Salah is there. Pass that to Salah, my boy. What a fake bad pass from Nunes. It would have been that safe goal. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Nunes could have passed that so early and Mo Salah could have got that second goal Look at that. It was such a masterclass pass. Nunes made that counter. Salah was there, but look at that pass being made so late. That is what Nunes has been really missing that. That is what Nunes has been really missing that. That is a poor lack in form from Nunes. 90 minutes are up. 90 minutes are up. How much of that stoppage time being 4 minutes? 4 minutes being awarded for this. Get one more goal, boys. I want Mo Salah to get those 30 goals, more than 30 goals this season. Yes, the fans are already waving their YNWA banners as well as they are chanting those YNWA. Making it big, boys, making it big. 3 more minutes left into this. This is the 20th title which Liverpool are having that in their bag. 20th title for the Anfield fans over here celebrating it big time. Born a red, live a red, die a red. Red is the color, my boys. Red is the color. It is that dominant color. Just 2 more minutes left. I need one more goal from Mo Salah to be scoring into this. I need one more goal. It is Salah who has passed that to Nunes. Pass that, my boy. Nunes is just going that same soul way time and again. He is moving past it, my boy. Past it. 5-1 is definitely a good scoreline, but one more from Salah could have been a good one. One more from Salah could have been a good one. Back on our puck. Anfield fans showing their tifos back on the puck because the Premier League trophy is coming on home. Big opportunity again. Van Dijk getting Konate. Passing that to Robertson on the right part of the wings. But the ball is off for a throw. Oh my god, what a tug of war that is happening. What a tug of war that is happening. Yellow card being given. Elliot being tackled bad by Richard Leeson and Richard Leeson given a yellow card. But why Elliot was given a yellow card for that? Because Richard Leeson is the man who got Elliot with that tackle. Oh my goodness, Elliot has been given a yellow card for that. That is bad. That is bad. Vicario has got that bad. 94 minutes are up. Blow that whistle, blow that whistle, blow that whistle, and finally hand that trophy with 4 matches in hand. Oh my goodness, Liverpool has clinched the 20th Premier League title, and Arne Slot, with his first appearance in the Premier League, has done that. My goodness, look at that. Anfield is all roaring high up. It is looking a big one. It is looking a big one with 4 games in hand. They have clinched the trophy. They have clinched the trophy. It is being celebrated. It is already being celebrated off the pitch, inside the pitch, everywhere. The fans are celebrating it. Red is the color, my boys. Red is the color. Live red, die red, born red, everything red. Good one, good one. What a nice watch. We will be making that compilation video of this tomorrow morning because yesterday we had 3 watch-alongs. Today we had 1 watch-along, 4 watch-alongs, and I'm all tired. But red is the color and it has been made. Red is the color and it has been dominant as well. That has been a big one. And in these stats of the Premier League table, Liverpool now with 82 points. My goodness, it is 15 points which they are ahead of Arsenal with 4 games in hand. Only a maximum of 12 points which can be achieved, and so Liverpool has got the title with Arne Slot as the new manager this season with 4 matches in hand. Peace, peace, red is the color. That has happened. We will be making that video of that tomorrow morning. And Manchester City, on the other hand, has got past Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup. That is a good one. But Inter Milan has lost to Roma before their Champions League fixtures against Barcelona. Inter losing to Roma? My goodness. Manchester United trying to Bournemouth in the Premier League, and United has dropped to 14th point. What is Ruben Amorim cooking? Late in the night, it is Juventus and Monza, but we don't have that energy left in us because the last night we had 3 watch-alongs, and for today we are having that 1 watch-along. All the watch-alongs going for more than 3 hours. And for this watch-along, it is still 2 hours, 19 minutes, and it is going. Good night. Red is the color, my boys. Liverpool has made that big, and we will be making the video of that tomorrow morning. Stay tuned to FC Ramsay, and yes, keep going. Bye bye. Good night.